Can you give him a round of applause?
All right. I'm going to talk about my business, which is in the recruitment business. It's pretty traditional. And some of the mistakes, in fact, I think about 6 or 7 of them, which I've done throughout this period of time. So, firstly, a bit about myself. I started this business 11 years ago. I was about 25. Yeah, I was 25 back then. And the good thing is when you're young, you don't bother about doing market research. You just jump straight into it. So that really helped. At first, I was just thinking, it's just going to be fun. I have friends who did their own business as well. It's going to be fun. I'm going to do it for 2 years. I'm going to jump out of it. I'm just going to find a proper job. But 2 years turned into 11 years. I exited from the business about 3 weeks ago. And it has been an incredible journey. And how I actually got involved into this was because about 12 years ago, or actually many, many years ago, I started with a couple of .com. For the young people here, before they were known as tech startup, they were known as .com. That was around 2001, at least in Singapore context. So I joined the first one, it crashed, I got retrenched. I stupidly joined the second one, it crashed again. So I was thinking, shit, I'm going to join a brick and mortar business. I want to play it safe. So I joined about 2002, 2003, I joined an aviation company that distributes aircraft spare parts. So I'm thinking, I'm so lucky, I'm going to be safe this time. And then SARS came along. People stopped flying. So I was complaining to my friend about it, and they were telling me, Adrian, I think you are the problem. Wherever you go, it's going to crash and burn. So just stop there, don't move. So that is when I decided, okay, to prevent myself from being retrenched again, I'm going to start my own business. And that is how my entrepreneurial journey has started off. So in between, I've done some writing. There's 2 other businesses which I founded as well. One is a career coaching hobby, which I'm doing right now, and also an executive search business, but I've also exited from that already. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've gone through during this period of time, and the estimation amount of loss, which I believe if I were to monetize it. So the first thing that I did was around 2007, 2008, business was doing quite okay. Even though the Lehman Brothers was around, we managed to tide through. And since then, it was just pure coasting. It was so comfortable. It became a lifestyle business. Every day I'll just go to the office, I'll put up my computer, I'll go to a few websites, I'll refresh those websites, I'll do it some more, and hey, end of the day, okay, everyone out of the office. So that was what happened for many years. And that honestly wasn't really productive for the business because it wasn't moving ahead. A lot of my competitors were sleeping, was jumping ahead with very aggressive growth model, and I was just behind. I was thinking it's going to be okay. But then you're going to realize one day your competitors, who used to be the same size as you, they're going to be so big that they're going to overshadow you. You can't breathe even when you're standing next to them. So that turned out to be a very bad decision because as you move along, you realize it's going to be so tough doing your business. Even if you're just trying to maintain the same amount of profit, you really got to double down, triple down. So that's the amount of loss which I estimated has occurred for me. And I think it took me like 3 years before I finally realized that, shit, I can't do this anymore. But by then, the timing was off. Everyone was like 50, 60, 100 people, but I'm still struggling at about 20, 30 people. And of course, next thing is, when you're an entrepreneur, when you're fairly successful, the first thing that comes to your head is, shit, I know everything. I don't need to listen. Why should I listen to anyone? And that's what happened. A lot of people advised me against doing certain things, but I just refused to listen. So there's a part of me where I'll be thinking, I was doing okay, making money, got featured in some press, media release and all that, so why should I listen to you? But that alone has caused a huge dent when we were trying to look for an exit. So when we shop around for an exit, but the valuation just wasn't there. Because in our business, we can't just rely on your usual placement. you have to go into your contract placement. That means the headcount is under our company, but we're outsourced to someone else. That will bring up the margin. So from a 3 to 5 times EBITDA, it could jump straight into 7 to 10 times EBITDA. So I was really against going into 10 contract business. I was like, there's too much work, it's not glamorous, it's not sexy. But because of that, I live to regret at the end of the day. So when we go about shopping for buyers, they were only looking at 3 to 5 times, which was a huge loss to us because of so much effort put into it. Okay, this part was more on the office. We started off in Shophouse for quite a number of years. In fact, 2 things happened. Out of 11 years, I've shifted office 5 times. I love shifting. I don't know why. And you just get bored of the office. Hey, why don't you just shift the office? It never occurred to me to just buy new furniture. So it reached a stage where, okay, Shophouse is too old-fashioned. I need to go upmarket. So we rented this office in the middle of CBD, Raffles Quay, sexy name. Opposite One Raffles Quay, around all the audit firms and banks. The office could seat about 40 people, if you were to squeeze. It oversees Marina Bay Sands. And it was really, really nice. Yeah, really nice. Unfortunately, I didn't get to fill up the space because it could never be filled up. The space was nice, but the space doesn't help you to translate into sales at all. It doesn't. Yes, it may help you to bring in people easier into the business because you go to the office and like, wow, nice view. But seriously, if you're going to think about it, are you going to take a job offer just because it has a nice view? You're not. You're not. So that really didn't help, and we were burning money like crazy. So when we were in the Shophouse, our rent was like $5,000 plus. It jumped up to $17,000 when we shifted over. So for 2 years, we burned about $500K just on our office. And during the initial years when I first started out the business, when you're young, choosing partners is really random. You like beer? I like beer, let's start a business. So that's how it started, and the first partner that left the business, her idea of entrepreneurship is coming to office at 10, leaving at 5. And we were asking her, why are you doing that? Oh, I want to skip the ERP. So to her, entrepreneurship carried a very different meaning. And I think because of that, it delayed us a lot to bring the traction up during the initial years. And my estimation, it's really about $2 million of loss, which we could have avoided if I had been more prudent in choosing the right partners. Oh, and I am not very financial savvy. I sucked at managing money. And you realize the company that you founded or you're with actually take on the personality of yourself. So if you cannot manage your own financial accounts, neither could you manage your own company. It's going to be messed up. It's going to be very, very bad. And that's what happened. And it's only until really very recently that I realized the importance of it, and I tried to pick up all the pieces. But that has been one of the key major losses because I took 8 years before I realized I needed help in finance. During the Lehman Brothers, we were facing a situation where we had to fire people. I've seen huge competitors like Kelly Services firing people around January. When I looked at them, I'm like, knee-jerk reaction. I don't have to worry about it, it's going to pass. So January we burned, February we burned, we continued to burn until June. So 6 months of burning, we were out of cash. I was panicking, and it created a very bad situation for us because by the time we were ready to fire, we had accumulated so much losses that we couldn't buffer for future months. And also at that stage in time, morale wasn't exactly high, so that also took a very, it also created a lot of bad situation for us. And importantly, because of the 6 months I refused to fire people, non-performing people, the performers were actually asking me, why are you not firing them? So it actually created a sense of why am I endorsing mediocrity? And that resulted a lot of huge losses for us over the 2 years where we had to pick up the pieces. But regardless, I'm still alive, I'm still here. In fact, when I was here for the first round, I was quite depressed. I'm always depressed, I don't know why. But after hearing the speakers, I realized, hey, my problem isn't that bad. So it really cheered me up. But my key focus in trying to come here is really to, especially for the young people who's trying to look at starting their own business, I think it's important to look at both sides of the coin. We have the government to play the part of promoting the success cases, the Sopin and all that. But I think every one of us need to be realistic and know that there are also failures as well. And there are people that I know that couldn't come to terms with their failure. And it is really sad on the kind of things that they've done, the steps that they've taken, which is very dramatic and there's no U-turn to it. So you really have to be mentally prepared. But if you ask me if I'm going to do it again, yes, I'm going to fucking do it again. Because I really learned a lot during this 11 years, things that you possibly can't learn no matter how many PhD or master degree you're going to take. Thank you. Yeah.
There are so many things that you did wrong. What have you done right there?
Honestly, I think when it comes to starting your own business, luck really plays a big part. Really, really a big part. We were lucky to tie through Lehman Brothers because we haven't borrowed from the bank at all. So when we first approached the bank, we had a clean slate. Credit ratings were clean, it's easy to borrow money, and we managed to use it to tie through. And we were also very lucky to be awarded by WDA a contract, a recruitment contract. Now the thing about WDA is when the market is bad, they actually become more active. So that translates into business for us. So the combination of these two factors help us to tie through. But if you ask me, is it something that I planned for? No, it just happened to come along. I guess if you just persist long enough, luck will come to you sometime. Yeah.
What would you advise people to look for when finding a business partner?
Oh, I've been reading about this recently, and some of the things that was being mentioned is, I think Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook mentioned when you try to hire someone, you try to imagine if he can work under that person. So I think that is one criteria. And second criteria is the airport test. If you're stuck in the airport with this person, no Wi-Fi, no computer, nothing, can you imagine yourself sitting next to this guy for 5 hours and not just pretending to sleep and all that, but really engage in a meaningful conversation? I think that is really very important. If you want to boil it down, can you imagine yourself hanging out with this guy after work? If you can, probably you may want to take next step.
Last one.
Yeah.
Did the money that you get from the 2 exits make up for all these losses?
Oh no. No, definitely not. Definitely not. The first exit was actually a loss. I burned about 100,000, I think. This one was exited at an undisclosed amount of money. And when people write about undisclosed amount of money, that means it's insignificant. So yeah, it's really insignificant. It's nowhere near the amount of losses that I've accumulated.
All right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Adrian.